Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Josh Barnes, Director of Consumer Product Management at Wilson Electronics. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
My pleasure.
Your job, I guess, there is to keep people connected. So give us a little background about Wilson Electronics to get started with.
Yeah, sure thing. I'd love to. So Wilson Electronics was started by Jim Wilson many years ago, and he had a problem he needed to solve. He was having difficulty connecting, with cell phone connectivity at his own home, and so he set out to fix that problem. He has a lot of experience that he had prior to that in the ham radio business and making antennas, and there's actually a really popular Wilson antenna brand out there that Jim Wilson had started. And that legacy continues today with these cell phone signal boosters that we have. We have a consumer line, which we're focusing on today, the WeBoost brand, where we make the best consumer products in the industry. And we also have a professional brand that needs to be installed by professional integrators. That's Wilson Pro. And we have a very, extensive portfolio of patents where we do a great job of solving the connectivity problem for cell signal. And we love continually making our products better and easier to use for everybody.
We are so dependent on our mobile devices today. Connectivity can be frustrating at times. I mean, things are better than they used to be. There's no doubt about that. But in many places and many homes and when we're in our vehicles on the road, we can run into problems. So tell us how Wilson solves them. Let's talk about some of the products that you have.
Yeah, sure thing. So I'll start with our residential products. And one of the mantras that we have here is, a house isn't a home until you have good cell phone signal in it these days. And so one of the things that we do with our residential products, like the Home Multi-Room and Home Complete that were recently released, is we take the cell phone signal from outside with an outside antenna, and we run that through a coax cable to our amplifier, and that amplifier will boost the cell phone signal for a number of frequencies that cover all carriers. And then that goes through another coax cable to an inside antenna that rebroadcasts that stronger signal. And this allows people to get farther away from towers in their homes. And it also allows for coverage within their home in many areas where they might not have had it before. This process works the opposite way as well, where it boosts the signal back, a stronger signal back to the towers. And so we have that clear path of communication with a stronger signal going both ways. We also have a line of products for vehicles. We have the Drive Reach that was released this year as well. And it's the most powerful mobile signal booster on the market. And this allows people to get farther away from towers while they're in their vehicles. This includes a little magnetic antenna that will just magnetize to the top of your vehicle. If you have an aluminum vehicle like the new Ford trucks, we have an adhesive patch that you can glue it to the top of your truck on. And then it runs through a tiny coax cable that's safe to close in your door. It still maintains a weather-tight seal. And that also goes to an amplifier, which boosts the signal, and then sends it to an inside antenna, which gives stronger signal to everyone in your car. So this helps, all of our boosters help with voice quality. It helps getting farther away from towers. And they also help data rates, especially in edge of coverage situations.
Well, tell us, are there certain carriers this works with, or is it kind of universal? And what about the new 5G that's on the way?
Great question. So our products do work with all carriers in the U.S., and so we're proud to, support all the carriers simultaneously, I might add. And so people don't need to pick and choose which carriers. If they get one of these new products, they can rest assured that it's going to work for all carriers simultaneously. Regarding 5G, that's a multifaceted topic there, and so there's the current mid-spectrum where people like AT&T are using their 800 band to roll out that new technology. There's also a myriad of other ways that they're making that happen. Really, the promise that we have here at WeBoost is that our boosters will continue to function for the bands that we support for all technologies that are being transmitted over these frequencies, and that includes the 5G ones.
For people who wonder about the difficulty in installation here, give us you've described some of it, but it really is something that just about anybody can do.
Yeah, and so at first, when Wilson Electronics first came about, it was definitely a company that was made by an engineer for engineers, and we've really evolved, especially over the last 3 years here, on focusing on the consumer experience. And there's a Steve Jobs quote that I really like. That really sums up what we're going after here. And he said, "Technology alone is not enough. It's technology married with liberal arts, married with the humanities that yields us the results that make our hearts sing." And I completely agree with that. We just, having these patents and these powerful boosters is one thing, but we're also moving in a direction where they're becoming a lot easier to install with many things that we're doing. This includes the compatibility for our new bracket that we have on the Home Complete and Home Multi-Room that allows it to be mounted on a pipe or even up on eave or mounted to a sidewall, and a lot of flexibility that way. It also includes, these antennas haven't looked very great in the past as well. That was one of the biggest apprehensions that my wife had when we installed one in our home, is that, the inside antenna didn't look very great. But now with the Home Multi-Room and Home Complete, we have a nice fabric-covered antenna that's complementary to home interiors, and there's really easy ways to mount it, including 3M command strips and this mount that we have where it just slides on. Or we have a kickstand that's built into the inside antenna as well, where it can be rested onto a desk or a shelf anywhere. And so there's a lot more flexibility and a lot better aesthetics that complement the more powerful amps that we have.
And it really can make a difference.
Absolutely. In addition to these things, our Home Multi-Room, it does have a flat window cable that we ship it with. And so if people have some apprehension about drilling a hole into their homes, they can certainly use this flat window cable, and that will close inside the window, and it maintains that weather-tight seal, and people still get great results with that. And so we have, there's actually an anecdotal experience that I have that I'd like to share. So my family has this cabin up in this faraway place called Lost Creek Reservoir. And it's actually some relatives that own the place. And so when I first joined the company 3 years ago, we installed a Connect 4G-X there. And with the Connect 4G-X, it was great because we were able to get text messages and, somewhat better service than was before, because it was just a complete no-service area. When we replaced that this year with the Home Complete, the second that we powered it up after everything was installed, everybody's phone started vibrating and beeping with the alerts and messages they had. And this is a very, very remote place here in Utah. And it was very, very impressive. And just that added peace of mind that people can get. These folks, they have a grandfather that stays there alone sometimes, and being able to reach him or have an option for him to call for help if he ever needs it is something that's been really, really meaningful for them.
Really terrific. So where's the best place for people to get more info, and give us an idea where pricing starts?
Yeah, sure thing. And so we offer a whole variety of solutions of different products. If you're looking for a home product, we have home products that start out at about $399. With the home room, there's the Home Multi-Room that will cover up to 2 to 3 rooms, and that's at $549. And then we also have the Home Complete that's at $999. The Home Complete, that gets you the farthest away from towers, and it also gives you the most coverage area within your home. With our mobile line, we have a Drive Sleek that starts out at $199, and that's it for a single user where the phone goes into a cradle. We have our Drive X, which has been a staple in our product line for many years and is a multi-user signal booster. And then we also have our Drive Reach that can get even farther away from towers than our Drive X could, which is also a multi-user product, and that is at $499. These can be found on our website, weboost.com. We sell our products on Amazon, and we also have a number of other partners that sell our products.
And for RVers, you've got help for them as well.
Absolutely. And so along with all these other products, we've been very intentional with the RV product that we've released. We have a Drive X RV that we released this year. and it uses the DriveX base and helps people get farther away from towers in their RV than they were ever able to before. And so it's a great solution, especially for people in motor coaches and those who are always on the road who want a solution that will work while they're in motion as well as when they're parked.
Terrific. And again, it's Wilson Electronics. Great line of products to help you stay connected. Josh Barnes, thanks for taking the time with us.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, Fred.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations and use the code TEXTINATION to save 10%. That's gosun.co.